What is going on, you guys? This is Anthony with Pistons Talk. To my left is Bravo. We are live on three platforms. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. But this is probably going to be the last time we're live on Periscope because Periscope is actually going away March 31st, which is kind of sad. But hey, it'll be our last show on Periscope. Bravo, what is going on?
I'm doing good. Saturday, chill Saturday. Nothing much to do. I'm off, thankfully. You guys hit the like button, and we're going to talk about the Detroit Pistons today. And we will hope that we see more people coming up in the show soon. But let's bring it back to Pistons Talk.
Well, let's see who we got in the chat. We have opinionated media in the chat. We have Second from the chat. I know he's from overseas, so appreciate you being on. We have Dominic, Mr. Reyes, as always, C. Gerald. We have Troy. So we're going to have a jam-packed show, and we're going to start right into it because I know you were talking about this last night, and it's with the draft lottery and how the Pistons won a game last night where they were the second worst team. Now they're the third worst team. So my question to you, Bravo, would be, do you think the Pistons may win too many games and kind of put themselves out of the top three?
Yeah, it's possible. You know, it's those rookies are going to get going in the second part of the season, which is after the trade deadline. I mean, players will probably be more hot. Like when some of them could hit the rookie wall, I wouldn't surprise me if I see some of them like that. But we're getting back Killian Hayes. We're getting back like those that I can see like getting more minutes for those rookies, and they're gonna probably try to score and win games. And definitely Frank Jackson is not the perfect guy in the starting lineup right now because he's helping us winning games. I wouldn't really. I would put Magruder, man. What are you talking about? We're winning games right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of a big surprise. I know a lot of us weren't too high on Frank Jackson. There's certain people, in our group that don't like Frank Jackson because of his Pelican days, but I can understand that. He wasn't being used correctly, but I don't want to say I'm worried because I know the schedule is going to get, I don't want to say easier, but there's still going to be some hard games out there. But like you said, Killian could come back within the next 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how everything goes with his basketball activities. I think there's going to be some trades at the deadline that could either help us win more games, or maybe we just trade away all of our damn shooters. Who really knows? But I mean, you're looking at the third worst record in the NBA. So as long as you kind of stay in that top three, you have the same odds. But the only problem is instead of having, falling to sixth, you can fall to 7 now, which isn't really good. That would be too familiar with Pistons fans. Falling in the draft and falling to 7th. I mean, worst case scenario, you end up with maybe a Moses Moody at 7. Like worst case scenario if you do fall to 7. But I mean, I hope they can get everything on track and, get back to not winning so many games. Like I don't mind maybe 1 or 2 game win streaks, but I don't want people, tweeting at me, hey man, we're only, X amount of games out of the play-in tournament. It's just that's not my goal, not my goal to make the play-in tournament. I want Cade Cunningham, hopefully, or Evan Mobley or Jalen Suggs or either of the Jalens I'd be happy with. I want good talent in Detroit. I don't know about you, Bravo.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I want us to be to get a top 3 pick. We all of us want to do that. I mean, even a top 2 we're hoping for, but with this kind of momentum wins, I don't think is going to happen. The thing is not us, actually. The thing is the Houston Rockets and the Minnesota T-Wolves. They're killing it. They're going on a really tanking streak, and they're literally telling everybody, the NBA, hey, I don't care, Houston. I'm going on a 20-game losing streak. I'm getting the number 1 pick. I'm getting the worst in the standing so that I can guarantee top 3 pick. So keep in mind, guys, if you become the worst in the NBA, you got a chance only of falling lowest at 5. You cannot, if you are the worst team in the NBA, you can only fall to 5. That's the lowest. And that way you guarantee a top 5 pick. I know it's bad if you fall, but that's the way they're doing it. They're trying to guarantee a top 3 pick or a top 5 pick. That's what they're doing. And I hate to see it because it just kills us. And we know our Pistons very well, and now we're competing. We're not losing like tanking horribly. We're actually losing in a competitive game. We're not like the Houston Rockets or the Minnesota Tools, like T-Wolves. They're going on a losing streak, like intentionally.
Yeah, so like I left this comment up. So they're like, all top 3 have a 14% chance of getting first. That is 100% correct. As long as you stay in the top 3, your chances of 1, 2, and 3 stay the same. Now, the problem with the 3rd pick is you have the highest chance of getting the 6th overall pick and a 7% chance of getting 7th. So I don't like those odds because, we're like, oh, we had the 5th worst record last year. We were like, oh, yeah, we're going to get a top pick. We're going to get the top pick. We fall to 7. It happens. You don't want that. Like you said, worst record in the league, bare minimum, you're at 5th. 2nd worst record of the league, bare minimum, you're at 6th. So, I mean, I don't want to say that, just lose out the rest of the season. Remain competitive, but, maybe if there's a lead in the 3rd quarter, throw in people that that'll lose. That's all I'm saying, But we are going to move on to the next. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that finishing up the season with a bottom 2nd or 3rd is not bad at all, because that gives you a shot at the 1st pick and it gives you a shot at the top 4 or 5. I mean, we can fall to 6, but the 2 or 3 is not bad. Actually, the 2 or 3 have better chances of landing number 1, technically speaking, than the number 1 staying the same. Like I mentioned, guys, if you are number 1, what is your best chance? Your best chance is to remain number 1. You cannot go above number 1. You're only going to remain number 1, or are we going to fall if you are number 1, if you are the worst team. But if you are the 2nd or 3rd, your best chance is to stay as it is or go up. And unlike the number 1, you cannot go up, actually higher. So I think if you finish 2nd or 3rd, it's not a bad look in the end. And I think as it is right now, but the problem is if we keep winning games, we'd be above Orlando, we'd be above Cleveland, and that's going to really mess up the whole standing.
Yeah, I believe Minnesota was the 3rd worst team last year, and they got the number 1 pick.
Right.
And, what sucks about that is we were only 1 game out. We could have had the number 1 pick if COVID didn't end the season. I was just looking back. I think they had 20 wins, we had 20 wins. They had 19 wins, and we had to play them, I think, 2 more times. But, COVID did end the season. But we are going to move on to the next topic because I'm sure a lot of people don't want to talk about the Pistons losing any more games because that is really depressing. We're going to talk about a veteran on this team. So Shams Charania, in his latest Athletic article, was breaking down trade rumors among teams. And he said that the Pistons' asking price for Wayne Ellington is only going to be a 2nd-round pick. So my question to you, Bravo, is do you think the Pistons are going to trade him for a 2nd round, just strictly a 2nd-round pick, or do you think they're trying to maybe get a young asset plus a 2nd?
No, I think we could trade him because he's like a minimum vet. The point is just whether they can get the trade or not. They could get the 2nd-round pick or not, because if eventually they don't get anything in return, they're probably going to waive him, like I mentioned earlier. And we could look like a lot, just like last year. They waive him at the end of the trade deadline and let him go to any place he wants. But if you want to trade him, I think the Knicks would like him because the Knicks need shooting, and they need also a guy who could score off the bench. So I think he fits perfectly with the Knicks, to be honest, and he knows their system very well. And they have 2nd-round picks, I believe. So we could get not the high 2nd-round pick, but like a late 2nd-round pick. We can.
Yeah, I mean, the 2nd-round pick they have is actually our 2nd-round pick. That was from the Kyrie Thomas trade. I love that pick because that pick's basically a 1st-round pick because we've been so bad. But I mean,
we're not getting that one. Yeah.
No, I wish. Because I think our highest 2nd-round pick is in the 40s, and that's because the Raptors have been sucking lately. But I mean, other than that, our 2nd-rounders are going to be in the 40s. Now, I think there are a couple teams that Wayne Ellington does fit. I think the Miami Heat make a lot of sense for Wayne Ellington. I think the Dallas Mavericks make a lot of sense for Wayne Ellington because they need 3-point shooting. I think a lot of contending teams and playoff teams are going to need Wayne Ellington. And I think if your asking price is just a second round pick, I think within the next 5 days, he's not going to be a Detroit Piston anymore. I'm just interested to see if they can get more than a second round pick. Maybe they can do something like a Reggie Bullock trade from a couple of years ago. You know, you trade Reggie Bullock, you get a future second, and maybe you get a young asset. I would love a trade like that. I'm hoping the Pistons can do something like that. But at the end of the day, you're just getting a second round pick. It's fine with me. J-Mo, what's going on, man?
Good, what's good, y'all? Y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you good. We're talking about Wayne Ellington and how the Pistons are just asking for a second round pick. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I really don't care about Wayne Ellington. To be honest, I just want to get rid of him just so I know that he's gone. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want any chance of him being on this team and taking away opportunity from players next season. So with that, I'll take a second round pick. I mean, Saban Lee is a second round pick. So was Bruce Brown, now that we think about it. So the NBA talent pool, especially these next few years, is going to be so deep in the second round, you're going to be getting starter caliber players. So I'm perfectly fine with trading him for a pick. No, I like what you said about the little Sweet situation. If we did something like that, I don't know what young shooter we would go and steal from a team because we really stole Sweet for nothing. But that would be wonderful. But all I know is package him with DeLon Wright, and maybe we can get something better back.
You know, I've seen some trade proposals of the Pistons getting a first-round pick, packaging their veterans. I mean, that is something the Pistons can do because all their veterans are on the trading block right now. So that is something that I'm sure we'll probably see within the next 5 days or so.
Don't Philly need the center?
The players, they play better and they look more free out there. That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Once Killian come back and this team is like fully healthy with our new squad, we're not going to be a top 3 seed. We're just not. We'll probably be a top 5 worst team. I'm being honest. Yeah. I know we probably thought we were going to be bottom of the barrel, but look at the team. Our team is just not that bad.
Oh, it's not bad. We just have
the record is terrible, but I mean, like, this new version of our team they're going to compete every night and they're going to win some games that they're not supposed to win. Yesterday wasn't one of those games because I expected us to beat them, but the game before was one of those games. So, you know, we just going to have to see how it works. And I'm saying all that to say, that's why a guy like Wayne Ellington don't need to be here. Let the young guys grow. Rodney McGriddle, too.
No, how about you package, like, the Philly don't need a center right now. They package Plumlee, DeLon Wright, and you give him Wayne Ellington. That's
give me Steph Curry.
Give me something back, you know.
They would never give up Steph Curry, but that's what I want.
Give me Maxey.
Give me Shake Milton or something.
No, you can package them.
I don't know.
You can package them to the Celtics, J-Mo.
For who?
For just a salary dump. The Celtics have a $28 million cap salary absorbing contract.
No, man, the Celtics got a lot. Give me Carson Edwards. Give me somebody. I need something. If I'm trading with the Celtics, y'all gotta give me something. I don't care if it's nothing. It gotta be something. You know what I'm not just gonna give y'all not them. Maybe another team, but not the Celtics. I'm not just gonna give y'all Wayne Ellington and Rodney McGruder so y'all can have shooters around y'all. He said I would take Naismith. Naismith not in the rotation, but I don't think they have any inkling of giving him up. The Boston, they don't trade their first round picks that they draft in the first year.
No, only one they would probably trade is Langford because he's a bust. But I mean, other than that,
but Langford's not in his first year, and he in the second year.
Yeah, he's in the same draft.
So I'm saying they don't trade like in the first year. They're not going to trade none of their players that they draft.
I wouldn't trade with Boston anyways. I think their assets are absolute shit. That's just my opinion.
Hey,
like
I hate Boston, so.
Outside of Brown and Tatum, I mean, they really don't have anyone. Maybe Robert Williams, but I doubt they would trade him. I feel like he's going to take over Tice's spot any day now.
Man, give me Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's got that bad boy in him.
Man, like that's what I'm saying, man.
That's the heart of the Celtics.
No, if I'm salary dumping him, I just don't want to help the Celtics do nothing.
So we're going to talk about Killian Hayes since you did mention it. So he did get cleared for basketball activities and could be back in April. So my question to you guys is, should Killian come off the bench when he does return? J-Mo, I'll start with you first.
I'm going to be honest with you. At first I would have said yeah, but if Frank Jackson starting, yeah. I'm sorry. Frank Jackson should not be starting for this team. I know he had a good game. Y'all can have fun with that. But if Frank Jackson's the guy ahead of him, now if it was like DSJ or you know somebody else, but no, you know what I'm saying. That's the way. Otherwise, he should come off the bench. But Frank Jackson is not our starting point guard, bro. Like, no. I know he started the last couple games. He had a good game, had a bad game, but no, stop it. Like, if you telling me he coming off the bench for Frank Jackson, and I'll be like, you better bring him off the bench for DeLon Wright if he's still on the team or something, because I just don't understand why he even starting in the first place. But other than that, he should come off the bench, get his feet wet, get used to things. But I also think like the team is a little bit different. I think our starting lineup needs him. Plumlee is still like our best playmaker, even though we have point guards in Saban Lee, really. So, we'll see how it goes. But he definitely should come off the bench. But if Frank's starting over him, no. Like, no, I'm going to stick with that.
Well, I think Frank hasn't really been playing point guard. He's been playing that off guard, which I think is more his natural position.
Point guard.
Yeah, I'm fine with him playing shooting guard because we don't really have any healthy shooting guards anyways. I mean, I think that's more of his role, but I mean, I would probably agree with you.
Well, Frank is a point guard, though.
See, I see him more as a shooting guard. I don't see him as a point guard.
See, that's what happens when players, when they not good point guards, you see them as other things. He's a point guard. He's always been a point guard since he was at college. He's just not a very good one. He's more of a shot chucking type scorer. Yeah. That's just what so he has to play shooting guard in the NBA. But in reality, he really a point.
I mean, transition to shooting guard because he's better at it. Like, honestly,
hey, if he's going to shoot like that, then yeah. But
I mean,
but if you're telling me it's like, but who's the starting backcourt? Frank Jackson and who? With DeLon Wright and everybody gone, it's supposed to be Killian. Like, unless you're gonna put DSJ there, like it should be him because apparently he don't want to start Saban Lee.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
They would have to be the backcourt. Josh Jackson wants to come off the bench, so you might have to start Killian by default almost, unless you're starting DSJ. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if DSJ is even going to be on this team next year.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So Killian might, whether we want him to be on the bench or not, he might end up starting anyway. If DeLon Wright and Wayne Ellington and McGriddle are gone, he probably would be starting. Tyler Cook was solid. Oh, I like Tyler Cook. I like the little. I like what I saw from him.
Bravo, what do you think about Killian coming off the bench when he does come back?
I mean, I think we should start him off the bench because just to give him freedom when he can move the ball, and you don't want to really strain him by playing him against starters. That's what I really want to look for. See how I'm looking only to see how he moves and able to play defense like before. I'm looking definitely for his first step. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking anything for like breakout season for him this year. You got to give him a break. He's just coming out of an injury. And I'm actually very scared, to be honest, of playing him. I might feel like you don't want to risk bring him back too soon. That's my opinion. Because if he's injured, we don't have another point guard right now. Like DSJ is the only guy, and Saban Lee. These are not really starting point guards in the NBA right now. I mean, he's the guy who can have
Diallo. Yeah. So Diallo gonna take Frank Jackson's spot. I forgot about Diallo. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Troy Weaver. Oh. We got Diallo. Yes, get Frank Jackson the hell out of here. Start Diallo at the 2 guard.
So that the problem is J-Mo it's not Diallo. The problem is Dwayne Casey loves 3-point shot. So he's gonna play the guy who can shoot the 3 ball. And looks like Frank Jackson is letting it fly right now. So he's gonna play it because he's playing shooting guard. He's able to shoot. Just same thing with Magruder. He can shoot.
Yeah, but Frank Jackson ain't no shooter though.
I know. But he shoots better than Diallo.
A shooter, like he's a career 40% shooter.
Yeah, but they shoot better than Diallo. So I don't know if Diallo probably a small forward can play. I have no idea, man, what they're doing, to be honest. All I say that we had a good topic. You missed it. We are winning a lot of games, and that's kind of scary. We don't want to lose our standing.
And no, bravo. I think I told y'all this though. Everyone y'all had it wrong when I told y'all we were gonna win more games than y'all think, and we're not gonna be the 1 seed. I told y'all that before the season started.
No.
And that's what's gonna happen. We're not, unless we get lucky in the lottery, we'll probably end up 5th. To be honest, the way the team is shaping out, we'll probably win like 23 games. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably win over 20 games, and if you win it over 20, you're not gonna be the 1st seed. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be picking 8th again. So
I hope that would be terrible. But like, look, I'm just watching the team. They try hard every night. When you compete every night and play defense, because they actually do in spurts, you're gonna end up winning games. It's the NBA. And then if you hit the 3-point shot like we did last game, go win games.
Yeah. To your question, Bravo, I think Casey will put Diallo in it shooting guard, and he's just going to let Diallo let it fly. I really don't think, because the thing with Magruder and Jackson is that they can shoot the ball. But the defensive end of the floor, that's not really their strong suit. Diallo is known to be an athletic defender. Now, he's made progressions. You can go look at his stats from his rookie year to this year. Everything across the board has upgraded, percentages, stats, everything. So I think he can probably take that next step of being a starting shooting guard for the rest of the year. And, hey, maybe we get lucky in the lottery. Maybe you get a Jalen Green. I mean, that's a 20-point game score right now. That's just my opinion. But, I mean, I think that's what –
scared we would be the best and get Jalen Johnson, who was like 6 or 7. Trust me.
I don't want that quitter.
Look, man, stop worrying about it, man. Troy Weaver's going to draft a monster. Stop worrying about it.
All right. We'll see.
Like, end of the day.
But this one, to your argument, I think Casey loves a 3-point shot, and he's playing the people who can shoot as a starting. So Bay can shoot, Grant can shoot, but if you put Plumlee who can shoot, DeLon Wright is all right, but he's not going to take the shot. You're going to have a guy, if you put Diallo there, that's a really limited shooting in here. So, I mean, Grant is not like 40% shooter. You're only going to see Bay right now shooting the ball, and it might not work. And I could see us playing Frank Jackson or Magruder for a while until we stick with a good rotation. I do like the idea of starting Diallo, but like I said,
Diallo's going to start because he's better than Frank Jackson. It don't matter about no shooting. Like,
game was all about the shot at the end.
Like, he's just going to start because he's a better basketball player. Like, the shooting don't mean nothing. Like,
yeah, but why are we trying to why are we trying to play these people to win games?
It's not trying to play these people. At the end of the day, we're not trying to lose games, and these players are on our team. Like, Troy Weaver is building us a better team, you know?
Hey, we might be surprising. We might play Diallo and let it fly, and we don't really shoot well. that's the way to
man. Who knows?
I mean, he's shooting 30% from 3. I mean, that's not terrible. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, he's playing for OKC though, so we'll see what if he shoot. We'll see. I just feel like, I don't know, man. Pistons be unleashing players every time we get a player. They be playing, charged up. Like, Diallo might come here and start shoot like averaging 15 and shooting the lights out that boy when he get back healthy. If he has the opportunity and the management tells him, like, go out there, because I told you, I think we brought him here to be a scorer, basically be what Josh Jackson is in the starting lineup though. So you're gonna have to shoot it better if you want us to do that. It's because Josh Jackson wants to come off the bench. So you know what I'm saying? So I think when Diallo get back, we gonna see, but he got to get back healthy though.
Yeah, I mean, some people
he's shooting 30% on 1 attempt a game. Yeah, you can't take that serious. Yeah, 1 attempt a game, like, that's actually good if you shooting if that's 1 attempt.
So we're gonna talk. I don't know if you guys caught this in the news, but this has to do with their G League team. So former Eastern Michigan University head coach Rob Murphy was named the general manager and president of the Motor City Cruise. What do you guys think of this hire? I'll start with you, Bravo.
I don't have much of explanation for him. I mean, I don't know much about the guy, so I can't say much about him really.
All right. J-Ma, are you familiar with Rob Murphy at all or no?
No, I'm not.
So I did do some digging. So I made a video about this. So Rob Murphy has actually been friends with Troy Weaver for over 20 years. That's actually his mentor. So it's actually been his dream to be within the front office, just like a front office job, an NBA job in general. And Troy is actually going to set him up. He made him a blueprint of how to scout, what to look for this G League team, which I thought was really cool that, Troy's taking a gamble on a guy that, he's been friends with for over 20 years. So that's just my opinion on it. I don't know how he's going to
hiring their friend again, huh? It's like, no, let me not do that. Let me not do that, man. It's just the G League team.
Yeah, I mean, if it was if it was like a front office job, then I think we would be more upset, for the Detroit Pistons. But since it's a G League team, I'm not really too concerned with it. But Rick and Troy just gave him the blueprint of how to scout and how to draft players. He just gave him his secret formula. Like, here you go. This is how you do it. Let's see. I know this topic is not going to be something you want to talk about, Chimo. So the last 3 games, Frank Jackson has been on a tear. What do you like what you're seeing from him so far?
The last 3 games? What? He only had 1 good game.
Well, last 3 games, man. Look at the percentages.
No, look at his, 7 points, bro. Stop it.
13 points a game.
Man, stop
58%
it.
from the field.
Good game.
58 from the
He had 1 good game, and that was last game.
No, man.
I watched his other 2 games. He didn't do anything.
Go look at his stats, man. He's shooting the ball really well.
Man, 4 of 7 from the field, 10 points, no rebounds, no assists, no nothing else. Come on, man.
Shooter.
No, he's not a shooter. 7 points, 3 of 7 of the field. That's not a good 31 minutes. That's not a good game. He had 1 good game, and it was last game. 23 points. Come on.
Shooting 58% from 3 and 58 from the field.
Man, because of his last game. That's what you do when you stat pad. It's early. Come on, man. He had 1 good game, man.
How's he stat padding?
He had what? You talking about 50% from 3. He was 7 of 10 last game, and he played 3 games. So of course his percentage is gonna look good.
I mean, he's playing better than he was in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
I know
but he been on a. You said this man been on a tear. He had 1 good game.
Bro, he's averaging 13 points his last 3. That's good.
No, he had 23 in 1 game and 7 and 10 in the other game. When you average that out, it's 13. But in reality, you had 10 points and 7 points, and then the big game. That's the reality.
Hey, I'm
looking at 10 points. Come on, 10 points, 1 rebound.
Hey, man, I'm giving him some love because
man, stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Come on, get out of here, bro.
Bravo, what do you think about Frank Jackson?
He said how many threes he shot. I'm about to look it up. He shot 5 threes and he made all of them. So of course that's a stat pad game.
Yeah. So what do you think about his last game? Let's talk about it.
Before that, he was 2 of 7 from 3. Come on, man. That's the definition of a stat pad game.
What do you think about his performance last game? What do you like about him? Let's talk about that.
What do I like about Frank Jackson? I don't know. I don't like much, bro.
He's got PTSD.
His hair sucks. He need to cut those.
I don't know.
All right, let me talk about him, I guess.
All right, go for it.
All right, so actually he surprised me playing that shooting guard, shooting the ball like that in the last game. I feel like he is a good replacement for Magruder right now. If he can shoot it like that, he'll be our starting point shooting guard. Yeah, he's right now the team needs a guy who can shoot, who can defend. He can shoot, he can defend to some degree. So that's what you want from him. I don't like he chucks a lot of shot because he takes other people's shot. He's supposed to take lesser shots. But hey, he's still 22 also. He fits the age criteria. He's 22. He'll become 23 this May. I'm looking at him right now. He's still a young kid. So he's not old at all. And I think he fits our timeline if you ask me from personal perspective. But what do I give him? I would give him minimum vet. Nothing than that.
I wouldn't give him that.
Well,
man, I'll give you a 2-way contract, bro.
He's going to be on your team longer than you think.
Yeah. He ain't, man.
Yeah. So what do you think, JMO, about what Casey said about him? He said he's going to emulate Wayne Ellington, and he's going to be playing like he gave us the impression that Wayne Ellington is gone, and he is going to be taking over his position.
I can't wait till Dwayne Casey gone. That's what I think about that. Like, I am so sick of this man and his experiments, dog. Like, it's not that hard, bro. This man be acting like he a mad scientist. Is how he be experiencing with these lineups, bro. And they never right. Mad scientists out here, man. We gonna throw Frank out there. We gonna throw DSJ. Man.
He's not a bad player. Let's call it that way.
You want him to be, like I told you, he is a point guard because I watched him his first 2 years. He's a point guard. Now you want him to be shooting threes.
Yeah, but I just don't like him either. I mean, personally,
and he's not like a historically great shooter. Like, he's just not.
Well, my thing with that is maybe Alvin Gentry doesn't know what the hell he was doing down there and playing him as a point guard.
Nah, I disagree with that.
I don't see him as a point guard. I see him as a shooting guard.
He's a two-way player, probably.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's been a point guard his whole life.
Like a Reggie Jackson.
So that's the facts.
Like a Reggie Jackson kind of point guard.
Now he's playing shooting guard with Dwayne Casey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, JMO, like Reggie Jackson. Exactly.
Reggie Jackson's a point guard.
Yeah, he's like Reggie Jackson. He can shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a better comparison because some people will call Reggie Jackson a shooting guard depending on how you play him, but he's a point guard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at him on Basketball Reference. They call him a point guard. 6'3". He's been a point guard since he's been in high school. It's just, NBA is different sometimes, man. They do stupid things.
But do you think he fits our timeline? You think he fits us? I think so.
Yeah, he's
I mean, we got to see who we keep. That's all I'm going to say. Because we got a lot of guards right now. All our entire team, we got the third youngest team in the league, so everyone fits the timeline but Mason Plumlee. Basically.
Yeah. We're actually going to talk about Mason Plumlee. So Isaiah Stewart has been knocking down jump shots. I mean, I think he's hit 3 threes his last couple of games. So does the development of Isaiah Stewart make it easier to trade Mason Plumlee? Bravo, I'll start with you first.
No. I think they brought up Plumlee for a reason. He's going to help Killian Hayes. He screened the ball. He's not. I'm looking at it right now. He's not a bad contract at all. He's a decent contract, and he's going to be here for the next couple of years. I don't think he's going to be traded. I'll be surprised if Trey trades him away because that will be against his signing, against his moves. You likely see more guys that are not being traded than him traded. So. And I think he helps Isaiah Stewart because we've seen Isaiah kind of like learning from him a few times, and it's just interesting to see how he would be downgraded in the future, in my opinion, to bench player, and Isaiah Stewart would be a starting, or maybe if we draft Mobley, or I don't know. I don't want to talk about the draft because I don't know where we're going to end up, but I could see Isaiah Stewart taking over him as part of the starting role next year or next couple of years.
JMO, what do you think about Isaiah Stewart's development? Do you think it'll be easier for the Pistons to trade him?
Well, I'm not shocked. I mean, it's funny. So when I watched the game yesterday, I thought that was Stewart's first three of his career.
Mm-mm.
So when I think it was Wednesday, I was like, Stewart gonna be hitting threes in like the next 2 years. I didn't even know he had hit a three yet. Like, I was just thinking he was just going to develop and be great. I hadn't even seen him hit a three, because I told you I didn't watch that last game. And I'm just like, bro, I was thinking about this before I even knew he could shoot threes. Now he's making threes. Oh, it's a wrap. Stewart about to be a problem. He's a defensive dog. But I'll say this. When Isaiah Stewart bullied DeMarcus Cousins, I was ready to trade Plumlee. I told you, he's my favorite player on the team. He embodied everything about Detroit. How I grew up, everything, man. I rock with this guy. So, I mean, Plumlee is only a matter of time. I understand what you're saying, Bravo. I mean, but to me, Plumlee really don't have to be traded. I mean, you could start Isaiah Stewart and bring Plumlee off the bench or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's plumbing, as we call him. Is a solid player. He all right. He's not doing much. I'm gonna go look at his stats. He ain't doing much, but he's better than some centers in the league. And you know, you can just bring him off the bench as Isaiah Stewart grow. You know what I'm saying? And just have Isaiah Stewart start and still have Plumlee. His contract isn't. I don't like his contract, but it's not the worst in the world. This man has had like a few triple doubles. What he got? 10, 9, and 3, 60% from the field, whatever. You know, average subpar numbers, but he's been all right. And you just got to start Stewart though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just interesting that he's on the trading block. That's my only thing with it is you signed him to a 3-year deal and you put him on the trading block. So I was like, that's interesting. You just signed the man for 3 years. Why are you trying to shop him? Like people said, he's here for knowledge. He's here to mentor young guys like Isaiah Stewart. I think Isaiah Stewart could start right now in the NBA. I think, you know, it would be better for his development. I mean, just not the 3-point shot. I mean, he had a fadeaway that he hit. I want to say over Christian Wood. He hit a fadeaway really easily. He was looking like freaking Dirk Nowitzki out there with those fadeaways. I was like, man, what the hell? If that guy develops some kind of a jump shot, it's going to be a problem for the league. It is going to be a big problem because he plays hard on both ends. He starts hitting that 3 shot, starts hitting a mid-range shot. I don't really see a need for Plumlee anymore. That's just my thing with it. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know.
Let me look at his stats because I'm about to tell y'all something real quick. Let me see. Let me look at Isaiah Stewart's stats, man. Give me the percentages, Google. Why are you wasting my time? So right now he's shooting 45% from 3. We know that. I'm telling you, if this man shoots 34% from 3, I don't even want Mobley. I'm serious. If he shoots even 33%, I might go to 32 because you got to look at the development process. This man shoot 32 to 34%. I'm telling you, we need to just go best player available. If it's Mobley, then okay. But like, then you know what I'm saying. If this guy's gonna develop that outside game and that offensive game with his defensive intensity, then you can get Cade or Suggs or Jalen Green and not really have to worry about that. So I'm curious to see how he develops throughout the season and how often he's confident enough to take the 3-pointers because I don't necessarily care about him making them. I just want him to get used to taking the shots. And it's a shame that Isaiah Stewart can come here and do this and Drummond would never take 3 until he got traded. You know what I'm saying? So, and Isaiah Stewart always talked about how good of a game he had and how much skill he had. And I feel like he's getting a lot of freedom to show it. I'm with you. I would start him, just bring Plumlee off the bench, man. And to me, it's not no big deal. It's really not. So, but that dude got some skill on him, man. He's hit a few, little jumpers, you know what I'm saying? Starting to really like everything that he's developing into. But like I said, man, he shoots a certain percentage, man. His upside is going to get really, really special here. And I told you, he's going to be the leader of this team. I told you.
Yeah, I like people are like in the chat, they're like, well, just start Stewart and keep Plumlee on the bench. I don't really know if Plumlee would be happy about that. I know that kind of.
I don't give a damn what he happy about.
I know he's been a backup throughout his career. That's why I'm saying, like, you could probably get something for him right now since, he's been playing probably some of his best basketball since coming here. I mean, he's already gotten 2 triple-doubles this year, one against the Pelicans, and I think one against the Raptors. He got a triple-double. So, I mean, he's playing really good basketball, and I think his value's going to be at an all-time high with teams that need rebounding, like the Raptors and others. But that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, man. Man, come on, man. What is it? It's Free Smoke Saturday. D-Man says J-Mill don't watch the games. That's why he don't know Stewart can shoot 3s. Let's see. Stewart hit his first 3, against the Hornets? Okay, I didn't watch that game. And I didn't watch the Raptors game. The Spurs. So, come on, bro. I missed 2 games of the season, man. These people be loving to talk, man. Come on, man. I don't watch the games. Come on, man. I know what happened last night, though. Y'all love to talk, bro. You telling me I don't watch the games, but I got a whole damn show about the Pistons, right? Come on, fam. I missed 2 games because I got a life in the job, bro. My fault, bro. My fault. My fault I had to work late. My fault. I didn't have to work late yesterday, so I was able to watch the game, bro. I won't have to work late the next game, so I'll be able to watch it for you, all right? I don't give a damn about you, bro. I'll block you, bro. Stop talking to me, man. I watch the games, bro. Don't disrespect me like that, bro, on my show. For real. I ain't doing it. It's Free Smoke Saturday.
I don't even pay attention.
Y'all better know where y'all at, bro. Yeah, for real. Stop playing, man.
So even if J-Mo doesn't
be talking, bro.
No, let me be honest with you guys. Chat, super chat, whatever you guys doing. Even if J-Mo didn't miss the game, didn't watch a highlight, didn't watch part of the game, he knows his shit. Let me be clear with you. He knows better than you are. Okay? He knows better than you are.
I got a track record. Speaking of my track record being right, actually, y'all remember how I told you Jordan Poole was gonna be nice as fuck? Guess who's nice as fuck now? Averaging 20 points a game. Jordan fucking Poole, go blue. I'm right once again. Sorry, I had to be an asshole like that, but I have a track record, and I keep telling people, bro, watch the videos. I have a track record on these players, man. Jordan Poole is just the next in the long line. And Keldon Johnson had 21 rebounds, bro. Come on, man. Go green, man. That's why y'all suck.
All right, we're going to talk about Tyler Cook. So he made his Pistons debut last night. Were you impressed with him, J-Mo?
I like him. My expectations was low. But I got a few little birdies telling me, "No, man, I like how he look. He real athletic, man. Come on." I'm like, he ain't doing nothing. But because everybody athlete in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? But I like his energy. He look like I know this is gonna sound kind of like cliche. He look like he really want to be out there though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be out here for 5 minutes, and it's gonna be the greatest 5 minutes I ever played. His energy was good. I like him.
Case Crack, thanks for the super sticker, but I can't see it because the platform we're using doesn't allow us to see stickers. So thanks for the super sticker. Bravo, were you impressed with Tyler Cook last night?
Yeah, he seems really good. I mean, he's as a bench player, he seems really good, and he deserved a shot like J-Mo was talking about. But am I happy with him? No. I don't want him to take over a guy like Seku's spot right now because Seku's younger. He took over Seku's spot immediately. I mean, we saw that. He played power forward and with Stewart and I look like they're trying him. That's what they're giving him a shot. So that's what Troy Weaver gave him a 10-day contract. I don't know if he's gonna stay here for a while, or we'll be surprised. Hey, I mean, I'd like him over Jahlil Okafor. He might be he might take over Jahlil Okafor's spot. Jahlil Okafor, I feel like he's out of the league. I don't think he's with this injury. He might not come back.
I don't think he's out of the league, Bravo. I think
I don't know. I don't know. Last time we said that to Bravo, he ended up being Ray, so he might be out of the league. Bravo, the doctor, man. He no, I see that knee is done. He out the league.
Yeah, he'll probably be back within the next couple of weeks, but I mean,
Jahlil Okafor?
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he's got an injury, so I don't know if he's gonna be back.
At what capacity?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Tyler Cook is a lot of people in the chat said, he had more minutes than Sekou. Yeah, he did. I mean, Sekou had good spots in last night's game, but there were certain spots where it looked like he was kind of confused what to do, and I think that's why he didn't play as many minutes. Now, that's not on him. Freaking Dennis Smith Jr. bumped into him 3 times within a possession, but I don't really know. Maybe Sekou's still trying to adjust to this half-court new offense. But, I mean, Tyler Cook, when he was out there, he was hustling for rebounds. He was tipping the rebounds back, like Bravo said, or someone said in the chat. It looked like he really wanted to be out there. And I think,
I'm about to say that's what I said.
I don't even remember what I said, man.
Bruh, oh my goodness, man.
Like I said, like you said, he wanted to really be out there, but I mean, he's trying to get another contract. Let's be real. I mean, you want another NBA contract. 10 days you don't really get jack shit. Let's be honest. You want an NBA contract. You want a guaranteed contract for the rest of the year. He's been in and out of the G League. He's had a couple of NBA stints. He's averaged half a point a game throughout his career. I'm not going to front like I know who the hell Tyler Cook is because I really didn't. I don't watch a lot of G League basketball, but I was impressed with what I saw from him last night. Don't know if he's going to be on this team long term, but I'm happy for him.
I don't think he's gonna be on this team long term, but I think they told him they were going to like look, man, we gonna give you a few minutes. That's what they told him, and they gave him a few minutes, and he tried to make the most of it. These Pistons fans, you Sekou haters, man, y'all need to just stop it. Come on, man. Sekou, just like my man said, Sekou ain't even played 82 games yet. He's still a rookie, man. And come on, man. It don't matter if he makes shots or miss shots. But yeah, him and DSJ have no chemistry at all.
Yeah.
Like on his one made three, he bumped into DSJ, and DSJ was like, because he was trying to move and cut, and DSJ was like, no, I want to stand right here. You go over there to the corner. And who was it? Somebody drove to the rim, and then it got to Sekou, and he made the shot. So I'm just like, it's no direction out there. It's no direction. Like they were saying, point guard play, man.
Yeah. No
direction out there, man. But Cook was he definitely was energetic for sure.
Drew, what's going on, man?
That is the last time I tried to go get pizza before a show. I was there for 2.5 hours. I forgot my phone too, so I couldn't even tell you guys I was gonna be late. I was like, damn it.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You want to talk about Tyler Cook and what impressed you from the game last night?
He was all hustle and effort, man. Every time there was a loose ball, he was going for it. Off the rebound, he was going for it. But, of course, like everyone said, it's a 10-day contract. It's prove it to earn it kind of a deal. So he has to play like that in order to get another 10-day. And after that 10-day, he needs to continue to play like that so that way he'll get signed. So I'm not sure what will happen with him. But from game number 1 I've seen him, there's potential there. So we got to wait to see where he goes.
Yeah, I thought he was going to play center, honestly. And he was playing out there with Isaiah Stewart, and we kind of went back to the 1980s and just had two big guys trying to rebound the basketball. And I was like, what the hell are you doing, Casey? He was trying to lose the game last night, but it just didn't work. Cook was just hustling everybody. I mean, the Rockets are a bad rebounding team as it is, which is kind of surprising. But, I mean, I was impressed with them, honestly. Bravo, did you talk about Tyler Cook or no?
Yeah, I did talk about him. So
okay.
I'm taking Sekou's minutes. Yeah.
No, it's one thing we do need to discuss, man. This is on a 2-game winning streak. Hey, let's go. Yeah, we suck.
Can we talk about how we put Plumlee on Christian Wood? What the hell was that? What was the game plan for that?
Plumlee fouled him 5 times in one foul. He was like, foul. Then I'm going to grab you. Then I'm going to hug you. Then I'm going to try to pull you in. And one. I'm like, bro, you fouled him 6 times, bro.
I mean, Christian Wood broke Draymond Green. Crossed him up really bad. I mean, Christian Wood, I'm happy for him that he got the contract. But, I mean, I don't think – I mean, he was eating against the former defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. He had over 28 points on him last year. I mean, I think offensively, Christian Wood's a really good player. But Drew,
he's still doing a good game against Stewart, though.
Yeah, I mean, Stewart's a whole different. Stewart's just
a different breed. That's what they call him around these parts. That's what we call people like Stewart. He's a different breed. Don't nobody want no parts of Stewart. Even Rudy Gobert don't want no parts of Stewart. Don't nobody want no parts of Stewart, man. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, even Zion had a little bit of trouble getting by him. He's like,
nobody, bro. No, you don't want no parts of that, man. And my thing is, I'm like, he's doing this as a rookie. He gonna be special. And I've been feeling this ever since. I'm not underrating when I see him go against Boogie Cousins, and then they went against the Lakers. And they couldn't do nothing with it. And I'm like, yo, that's not really normal for a young rookie to be out here banging with the dogs. Like, he the big dog. And he the puppy out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this boy Stewart gonna be a terror. This man gets some skill. Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's already improved offensively already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He said, imagine Stewart at 25. Good Lord. Boy, it'd probably be a defensive player of the year. Dead serious. Probably have a defensive player of the year under his belt, bro. I'm dead serious.
I got a hot take for you guys.
Uh-oh.
I think Isaiah Stewart will be better than Bam Adebayo.
Whoa.
I don't know about
Wow.
Okay.
I do.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not going. I'm the only reason I'm not going to say no is because rookie Bam, I don't think was as good as Stewart is right now. That's why let's see.
There's hope.
Like I said, Bam, I know he just went to the finals, and he's a really good player. There's no denying that. I even have him on my fantasy team. That's how highly I think of him. But I think Isaiah Stewart, if he develops that jump shot at a consistent rate, he works on his pass, and we've already seen him, do some dribble handoffs. I think there was a highlight of him just threading the needle to Saban Lee. I think he could be a center you could build around. I know it's a hot take. Yeah, I know it's a hot take, but what I've seen from him so far, I have really high hopes for him.
See, I'm high on him, but I think he's the ultimate glue guy. He's the guy when the team's down, he makes a big play offense for the defense to get him back going. I don't think he's personally going to be the center we build around. He will be our starting center, but Bam's different, man. Bam's tough. I'm not saying that Stewart's not. But then again, though, I don't want to say Stewart can't reach that potential because he certainly can't. He's only 19 or whatever. So,
I'll be dope. Like I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, but my thing is, you're right. But Bam isn't done getting better though.
What's Bam?
You're talking about Bam Adebayo. This man could be a bona fide superstar in 3 years. Like Bam isn't done developing neither. That's why I'm just like, okay, that's high praise.
I'm saying currently. Not
I would say Bam is still very young.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo is 23. He's extremely young. He's extremely. I didn't even know he was that young. Goddamn.
Wow.
Yeah, he's extremely young. Like, come on, Bam's gonna have 4 more years of improvement. Boy, gonna be.
I know it's a hot take, but I mean, I'm right on the beef stew bandwagon right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
So the thing is with him, Isaiah Stewart is not really ball handling the ball. He's not handling the ball like a Bam. He's not even a great passer like Bam yet. You need to learn these skills, obviously, in order to be like as good a comparison. But he's got potential. I like him. He's still 19 and he's turning 20 this year. Bam is turning 24 this year. So there's 4 years between them. We'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I might be completely wrong, and I might be on freezing cold takes in a couple of years. I really don't care. Like honestly,
that's okay. It's always nice to have like high expectations for your players and think about the future positively. Why not? I mean, think positive, you get positive.
Bam was drafted when he was 20. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be like the same player, but I think when you're looking at Stewart and he's only a rookie taking post fadeaways last night or, expanding his range, I think if he adds a jump shot to his arsenal, it makes him more dangerous.
Yeah, y'all got to understand the reason why Bam is so special is because he has an offensive game. That's why Rudy Gobert is so lacking. Everybody, not everybody, but if sons of elite defenders, but the guys who have an offensive game are the guys that are special that you can build around. Of course, the Embiid is the best version of that. But even Cat, but guys like Rudy Gobert, they get obsolete sometimes, and you need those offensive bigs, guys like prime Mark Gasol type of bigs, Anthony Davis type of bigs, way back, Lamar Odom type of bigs that could actually score. And if Stewart learns how to do that, he changes from just a defensive dog that's a bully that can get some putbacks to an all-star caliber player. And that's what's very interesting about him because that's the thing, that's the difference, man. When you're a two-way player, it's just way different for any position.
Yeah, I mean, Drummond wasn't shooting threes until his 6th or 7th year.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got a question for you guys real quick. I don't mean to change the topic, but look at Case Crack's comment about can Mobley move to power forward and mesh with Stewart. Do you think we were playing Cook at the 4 with Stewart to, kind of predict for the future for having Mobley?
Yeah, you could kind of do that, but I don't think Cook's he's not really a shooter, is he?
No.
He's not.
Yeah, but see, Mobley is a unicorn, so he can play all like 4 positions. He can play 3 positions. He can play 3, 4, and 5 because that's just him. So no, he can play with any big man, especially a guy like Stewart. And you got to realize, if they paired them together, it's not like they both gonna be good on offense. That's why they'll be able to play together. You know what I'm
I
saying?
actually don't like to have Stewart shooting the ball too much this year. I mean, I would have him focus on offensive rebound. If he's gonna shoot the ball, he's not gonna grab rebounds for us.
You sound like Dwayne Casey, bro. Just want that man to rebound, dog.
I want him to screen, rebound.
He's the rookie leader for offensive rebounds.
I know, but if you're gonna ask him to shoot the ball, he's gonna be an average center in the NBA, like average.
I don't know. No, that would only make him better, make him more of a threat. When you're more of a threat on the court, it makes way more of an impact. We're not saying like for somebody to be worried about Isaiah Stewart in a playoff game shooting a mid-range jump shot. That's next level because you probably have Evan Mobley on the court and hopefully Sekou and Sadiq Bey and Killian Hayes on the court with him. Or, or Kate Cunningham and Killian and some people. Like, you're going to have players that's better than Stewart on the court, but they're like, oh, we got to worry about Stewart. It's kind of what Draymond did for Golden State. Like, yeah, he was the weakest offensive player, but you had to worry about him, and it burned people time and time again when they actually won their championships. And Isaiah Stewart can play that role. You're going to be putting him around so many better players. So, I'm telling you, if Isaiah Stewart can go out and hit a three in a playoff game, that's just a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially for matchups. I'm thinking about those high-level things because, I'm trying to win a championship. And if this guy, and that's what made Bam Adebayo such a problem in the playoffs last year. This dude would step out and he would hit that 10-footer mid-range every time and burn people. So if Stewart can develop into that, I don't know about – I want him to be able to take shots. Like, I don't think him taking shots is going to hurt anybody right now.
Well, that's one of the reasons we had to bench Andre in the playoffs, both against the Cavs and against the Bucks, because – all he could do was rebound, and it hurt us. He was, I think the record was he was the worst historical player in the plus-minus in a playoff game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that bad.
Was that right? I think it was something like that.
Dang.
Yeah. Playoff time, Andre Drummond shrinks. Like, he's not even like – just for context, Luke Kennard and Reggie Jackson were the highest – I think plus ratings in the playoff game against with the Bucks.
Hey man, put some respect on their name. Luke Kennard and Reggie fucking was cooking. Like low key, I would give Reggie credit as much. Yeah, y'all know I like him that much, but him and Luke was balling in that play against Milwaukee. Like Milwaukee could not guard them. They started the double team Luke Kennard, dog.
He was the only one making shots. He was the only one.
I'm like, wait, they double teaming Luke Kennard? I'm like, that's Luke Kennard, bro. He was drilling them boys though. Bro, how Andre let Blake come in off a broke leg and play better than you. Dropped 20 points, bro, on a broke leg that cost him his career. Are you kidding me, bro? His leg was in shambles. It was made of cartilage. They had to put a whole cast on his leg. He was walking around with that thing. Y'all saw it. I don't have to tell y'all. And he still was like, I'm going to drop 20 because I'm just great. I'm a limp and guard Giannis better than you. That's what I was done with Dre. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, this man Blake on one leg playing better defense than Andre on Giannis. Giannis didn't have a good game Blake's first game back. Go check the stats.
But getting back to
and Brook Lopez,
that question with Mobley and Stewart, I think you can move Mobley at power forward because he's very versatile. And I think if you want to play Stewart at center, you could. But I'd rather have Mobley as a center. Having a tandem of Isaiah Stewart and Evan Mobley as your centers of the future, that's versatile. That's scary. You have rim protection. I'd love it, but that's just my opinion on that question that was being asked.
See, I'll do it before you do the super chat real quick. Mm-hmm. Is Mobley would be Rasheed and Stewart would be Big Ben, where Rasheed was taller, probably could have played the 5, but he's a natural power forward, and it gelled. Even though Ben was undersized for the 5 position, it works beautifully. Get a different era though.
Yeah, that's why I said Mobley is like a unicorn. He was like Carl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis plays with a center. That's his preferred thing. We know Anthony Davis can play center, and I literally see Mobley in that Carl Anthony Towns AD lane. The dude, yes, he's a defensive monster. He can play center and start all day. Yeah, he's 7 feet. but he can play 3 positions. And I'm sticking to that. So, you don't have to like start them together, but there will be some lineups with them out there, and maybe even the closing lineup. If that happened like that.
Dominique, I want to get to your super chat because shout out to you for actually bringing up a former Detroit Piston who I absolutely loved, Antonio McDyess. Remember how elite Antonio McDyess pick and pop used to be? I see that as Stewart's future. Man, if he's got that mid-range game like Antonio McDyess, man, it's a whole different level.
Nah, man, you talking of a lover of Antonio McDyess, man. Antonio McDyess probably like a top 3 or 4 favorite player on that team, bro. As a basketball player, pause, chill out. Hey, man, no, because when every time he used to make it, the announcer, I forgot his name, he used to be like McDyess. That just used to be funny, and it was automatic.
That was Mason, bro.
Yeah, Mason. McDyess, because Mason does the announcements now, so it's just like kind of weird. But McDyess, like that's one of my favorite players ever for the Pistons.
I'm sad we couldn't get him a ring because he was just such a nice player. But I mean, we're going to move on to the next topic. Now, this was a rumor about a month ago, and a lot of us were like, why the hell would we want to trade for this guy? The Brooklyn Nets have said the asking price for Spencer Dinwiddie is just a role player and a second-round pick. So my question to you guys is, would you trade a role player on this team and a second-round pick for an expiring Spencer Dinwiddie? Drew, I'll start with you first.
I mean, if I did, this is the way you package DeLon Wright in a second for it. It's not like they're asking too much for him. That's a fair take back, but Spencer just doesn't fit with us right now. The timeline's different. He needs to be on a contending team, a borderline playoff team. Someone like Boston who, they thought Kemba would be much more, could use a healthy Spencer way better, that extra scoring, playmaking. Us right now, we're just trying to get these young guys going. So, it doesn't make sense for us to do this trade. So, even though it's not like an arm and a leg, I'd say we pass on it.
Okay. Bravo, what do you think about a trade package for Spencer Dinwiddie? They just want a role player and a second-round pick.
Yeah, I think we can give him DeLon, and we could give him like Wayne Ellington or maybe a guy like Magruder, and that will be basically equivalent to his contract, right? I think he's 12 million or 11 million contract.
Yep.
So DeLon would make it, and adding maybe if you add like a guy like Wayne Ellington, that will be it. That will be equal. I don't think they need a second-round pick. Probably like they would take Ellington over a second-round pick if I was the Brooklyn Nets. But the point is, he has a next year. So if he's an expiring, I'd take him because I wouldn't bring him back next year. But he has a player option next year. So, and I could see him picking up that option because that's a $12 million contract. Why would he refuse? I could see him also refusing the contract and going someone else because he's a good player. He's not Spencer Dinwiddie worth probably more than worth about $10 to $15 million. Maybe he worth a $15 million contract, maybe, if you ask me personally. But if he's going to stay here on the Pistons, he might take that $12 million, and that occupies a spot instead of DeLon Wright. Maybe the Pistons are thinking that way. It's just, we bring him here, and he's not going to stay on the Pistons, and that's why we get Cap back. I don't know if that's right. So I wouldn't really trade for him if I'm honest. I wouldn't.
So are the Pistons interested in this guy?
They are. Dinwiddie did say he's going to reject his player option and test free agency. So this would strictly be a salary dump. So that way you don't have to pay DeLon Wright $9 million next year.
So did we draft Spencer Dinwiddie?
We did.
Next topic.
All right.
Come on, man. We drafted the man. Now we trying, man. I don't even got time. We drafted Spencer Dinwiddie. but now we want to get him back on the expiring for salary dump. Made me want to smack the Pistons, bro. Would I take Spencer Dinwiddie for what? He's not gonna play.
That's kind of like the logic behind it, because if you
we can salary dump DeLon somewhere else though, couldn't we?
I don't really I don't like if you do make a DeLon
And they don't
Wright
want
trade.
DeLon anyway.
They might. I don't know. I mean, they need a point guard off the bench.
Ball handlers now.
I don't even know, but like I said, it's out there. If you do want to do it, if you want to clean your books, because you have to remember you got to pay Blake Griffin next year, and DeLon's making $9 million. That would open up more cap space in a really weak free agency. It could facilitate more trades too. You never really know.
No, you're right. But let me ask you this. So let's say we do all of that, and let's say Spencer come back 100% from his ACL, and he balling. Yeah. How would you feel about that? And then you're going to have the Pistons fans, regardless of who we got, we should have just kept him. I mean, it wouldn't even cost that much. He was coming off the ACL. Now he balling again, and we suck once again. This person hurt. This person hurt. And I would hate to see us pick him up again. Even we know why we're picking him up. It's a business move. It's not sentimental at all. It's a business move. Pick him up again and then lose him for business. And then he gets good at getting the balls out. And it's just like, you had the man twice, and you just couldn't get him either time, huh? But other than that, man, it makes a lot of sense, man. It's just like,
yeah,
it would suck if he is still a very good player. And I'm not saying I want him on the team. It's just like, bro, we drafted the man. We're going to bring him back. It's like we just don't want him. It's just like he's just a little tool for us. But that's how the NBA works, man. Business is business, man. That's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different takes you could take with the Dinwiddie situation. Like you said, he could come back from his injury and ball out. But the man's 28 years old. So is DeLon Wright, but you need veterans at the same time. I don't really know. Obviously, someone in this Pistons front office still with them really likes Dinwiddie because they tried trading for him last year before Troy Weaver was here.
And that's what you should have did. I would have loved that. Like, what was the package? Like, why didn't we get him? Like, what happened?
Yeah. It was probably a first-round pick, knowing Brooklyn.
Okay, that makes sense. They can't have those.
So we do have another trade rumor. Now, this one actually came out this week. So the asking price for Aaron Gordon is a first-round pick and a young player. J-Mo, would you trade for Aaron Gordon right now?
Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Yeah, I'm one of the biggest Aaron Gordon disbelievers ever for one reason and one reason only. He can't stay healthy no matter what. And I feel bad because some players just can't stay healthy. No matter how much they try to continue to get hurt. Like, I know this is completely random, but another player that's better than Aaron Gordon, he can't stay healthy no matter what he do. He just always injured. And Aaron Gordon is another one of those players. I'm not about to give up a young player in a first for a guy who can't stay healthy. This boy more injury prone than Blake, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say on that, man. And he don't even fit our team. Like, no. I don't. No. Yeah. Hell to the no.
Bravo, what do you think about the asking price for Aaron Gordon?
I wouldn't actually trade for him. I don't think I'd like a guy like him on our team. I like the player in general, but he's 25. He fits our timeline in terms of the age, but and I think he's an athlete that Troy Weavers love athletes. But again, you guys, I keep mentioning this point. At some point, you can have so many athletes on your team, but you need to you need the guy who got some of those old man game, like Luka Doncic, like a guy like that. You need to hit really hard on the draft pick and get a guy who can make plays. It's not like you can't just win with athleticism alone. If we bring like an athlete like him, we got Diallo, we got Dennis Smith Jr., and you got Isaiah Stewart. You know, you got all these players who are really athletics, and it doesn't work in the NBA like that. You need someone, and the next thing you find out, okay, Troy Weaver is interested in Zach LaVine because he's athletic. That doesn't work, man. I mean, you gotta be careful.
I don't care why you're interested in Zach LaVine. To be honest, you should be interested in Zach LaVine.
Yeah, because he's interested in those athlete guys. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's right. You know, if you really athlete, I know
Zach LaVine is an amazing shooter.
I know. I'm just saying, though. And there's someone throwing an example. Hey, if you like athlete center, go after Mitchell Robinson from the New York Knicks. He's an expiring contract. He's a good player. I like him. But it doesn't work in the NBA like that. I don't think we have too many power forwards right now. And if you bring him, how are you going to play him? Aaron Gordon is not even going to get a really good. I don't know how we're going to fit him in this team right now.
Yeah, I mean, basically what you're saying is we need more skilled players, not so many athletes.
Yep. That's what I think.
Drew, what do you think about these Aaron Gordon rumors and them wanting a first and a young player in exchange for him?
Two things. First, you see the comment there. We have over 100 people watching. Let's get over 100 likes. Second of all, I am mad at JMO because I had that video pulled up and ready to go for the hell no. A first-round pick for Gordon. Get the hell out of here. You know, when I made my video talking about that, I was like, what will Orlando want? They'll probably want a first. And everyone's like, Orlando's not going to want a first. And I'm like, you guys are stupid. Why wouldn't they want a first? It's too high of an asking price for the Detroit Pistons. Now, for the Magic, it's not. They took a first for him. He's been one of their good role players for him. He just hasn't, like you guys said, stayed healthy. He has a ton of potential, super athletic, but the man was injured in a dunk contest. Why are you participating in a dunk contest if you're injured? It's just something we can't gamble on. We've already had Blake Griffin come in, have a phenomenal year, get us into the playoffs, and then be hurt for the rest of his time here. We need stability. I'm done gambling for these guys who aren't rookies or first or second year players that have had just a career of injuries. And it's nothing against him. It's just unfortunate. We need guys who we can count on, who will be there. And I'm not giving up a first rounder for anybody unless it's a top 5 player for the Detroit Pistons because of Troy Weaver. Now, maybe, if Stefanski's still running the calls or previous front offices were still here, then maybe because they couldn't draft. But now with Troy, we have 4 rookies this year alone who I am high on that I have not been this high on this many rookies in a long time. All 4 of our rookies have potential to contribute to this team and building a contender. Why would I give up a first, whether if it's for this year, which should not even be for consideration? That ain't happening. And next year, the draft is deep too. I'm not trading that pick either. So I'm keeping my first unless someone like a Kevin Durant, a James Harden becomes available, which they're not going to be available anymore. So I'm holding on to my first rounders and say, sorry, Orlando, we're out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of desperate from them because they're in a lottery situation and they've been kind of a playoff hunt team over the past couple of years. Getting injuries to Fultz probably really hurt them. Jonathan Isaac in the bubble. If I think both of those guys are healthy, they're probably not even looking to train Aaron Gordon. They might just blow that whole roster up. They might even trade Evan Fournier and keep Terrence Ross as their starting shooting guard. So, I mean, I've heard Evan Fournier is on the block as well. So,
Fournier on the block?
Yep.
What's Fournier contract?
He's an expiring. I think he's pretty expensive.
I like the sound of that. Fournier is really good.
Be honest with you, I'm not a Fournier fan.
Hey, man, I'm not a Fournier fan, but I've been finding out, thanks to sports betting, Fournier is a very good basketball player.
He's solid.
He's a very good basketball. Like, he might be a top 3 player on our team if he came back.
Yeah.
Like, Fournier is a really good player.
I mean, he's a scorer, but outside of that,
he's a scorer. He can pass it too.
He's okay. He's got to be older though. He's been in the league for what it seems like forever though.
I mean, but like if he expiring, that sounds way better than Spencer Dinwiddie. You know what I'm saying?
I have a rule. I don't trust anyone who's ever had a man bun, and he used to have a man bun.
Oh my gosh, man. I mean, he had 31 points last game though with that man bun.
Well, now he's got a receding hairline. He's starting to bald, so maybe he's mature.
Hey man, he 28. He 28, man. But hey, look, he averaging 19 points a game, bro. Shooting 39% and 46 from the field. I don't even know why he available. Well, they got Fultz and Cole Anthony, I guess. But I would take him in a heartbeat. I would take him in a heartbeat. No, he 28. Yeah. I'd say like Aaron Fournier is a very good player.
He's better than DeLon Wright. He plays better.
Way better than DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright couldn't even count on him.
That's not really saying much though.
They've been trying to get rid of him for years. They just don't like what he. I don't know. Like
I don't know.
The Pistons almost traded for him like 2 years ago. They were going to trade Reggie Jackson for Fournier.
Oh, they should have did that.
Hey, but I think we need these kind of players. He's a skilled player. He's a shooter.
6'7", man. Like, that would be a great move.
Yeah.
If he expires next year.
This year is expiring.
This year, man, that would be a wonderful move.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna win no but that's gonna be messing up if you trying to win games though.
I say give him DeLon and
averaging
Magruder.
19 on great percentages, bro. He the truth. He can score. He can
Give him
pass it
DeLon, give him DeLon Magruder, and give him a bunch of second-round picks, maybe. That's how you do it. You get Evan Fournier.
Man, throw in Frank Jackson.
Yeah, throw in Frank Jackson. Wayne Ellington, they can have it.
Frank Jackson, Wayne Ellington, Magruder, and Tyler Cook in 3 seconds or 2 seconds. No, in 1 second. 1 second because he expiring.
You guys are getting out of control.
No, I'm serious. If Evan Fournier is available, we should go get him, though.
Yeah, I like Evan Fournier. I like Vucevic better than.
We're a playoff team. I would 100% agree with you, but I think we're going to be a.
I mean, he's an expiring contract. It's not going to hurt for him to be on the team.
I would give him DeLon Wright and a couple scratch offs. That's about it.
No, you give him DeLon Wright, Frank Jackson, like J-Mo said. That's a young player. They were asking for a young player. DeLon Wright, you give him Frank Jackson, and you give him a salary dump like Magruder, and that's it. You make it equal. A bunch of second-round picks, maybe.
He's on the trading block, Dominique. He is on the trading block. So I would not be surprised if you do see a DeLon Wright trade. You got 4 point guards. You don't need 4 point guards. You got Killian coming back. You have Saban Lee, who I think is the best point guard on this team right now. And you have Dennis Smith Jr. I think he will get traded, 100%. If I had to bet on it, I would put money on it.
Yeah, we can trade Dennis Smith Jr. too, right?
I think you can. I think you have to wait.
Don't they got like a time frame after you trade for somebody?
They have to wait for the deadline.
I'll be surprised if they traded Dennis Smith Jr. It'd be crazy.
No, Dennis Smith Jr. ain't going nowhere. Yeah. For now, at least.
I could be wrong. I thought there was a CBA rule where you couldn't trade someone
after they just got traded.
Yeah, I think you have to wait 6 months.
I think he's tradable because he's just.
No, we just traded for him. He's not tradable.
I don't know.
Like he's not. Just like remember when we got Plumlee and we was already trying to trade him away, and they were like, "Yo, you can't trade Plumlee. You just got him." No, I think Plumlee was a free agent. Though I'm wrong about that. It was somebody else who was trying to trade away. But and we were like, "No, we can't trade him. We just got him." So yeah, you can't trade him yet. Yeah,
but I take it like okay, you guys, J-Mo, like Fournier is a good player. You know, it's just you need those kind of players on our team. He's gonna be our scorer if you bring him here.
No, he will. Him and Jeremy Grant gonna be the best 2 players.
I don't want another Frenchman on this team.
No, he's good. He's not a bad Frenchman. He's a good player.
Hey, I'm not, like people tell you, I've never been a fan of Fournier, but he's a good basketball player.
I mean, he's good for fantasy if you need points in a hurry. But I mean,
I do have him in fantasy. I think.
He's a good
I think I do got him on my fantasy team. Yeah, I do. But he stayed hurt though. No, he be getting hurt a lot. I got him on my fantasy team. Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, man, he been balling for me.
Someone said in the chat, people with man buns are soft. 100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah.
So if you guys do have any, questions for us for the panel, we'll answer questions for a couple minutes and then wrap this show up. So drop your questions in the chat.
Have you guys heard some rumors that the Raptors are looking to trade Norman Powell?
What?
Yeah,
are they insane?
He's been their best player.
Why would they trade him? Are they insane?
And that's crazy. They trade Norman Powell. He's one of
Why
the
would
best.
You trade Norman Powell? That don't make sense.
Because they're trying to really rebuild and everything.
Bro, first of all, Dominique Davis, hey, put his comment up so I can talk my shit again. Jordan Poole, what I tell y'all about that man? I got videos about how tough he was going to be. 15 at halftime. This boy is a 20-point per game scorer in his second year already, dog. Golden State development program is off the chart. Like, this boy is a 20-point per game scorer already. That quick. Man, why did we draft him? Because the Pistons wanted cash considerations. But we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there, man. We ain't gonna go there.
What draft was he? Was he the Sekou draft or the draft after?
Yeah, he drafted 28th overall. Yeah, like he's in his second year, man. I was high on him because he was from Michigan, but I'm like, nah, man. I kept telling people he's doing stuff that only NBA players do. I was like, he's making moves that only NBA players make. Like NBA players just look different when they in college compared to the rest of the players. And if you can pick it out, you know. And I knew that dude was gonna be a baller. Man went to Golden State and he balling.
Let's get Isaiah Livers. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people have him in the second round.
I like Isaiah Livers, but I like Wagner. I want him.
He might be a top 10 pick.
I like Wagner. I want Wagner. I don't know if he top 10 pick good though. I still think Wagner is a little bit raw. Like I think he probably would need another year in college. He's not gonna get another year in college, but I like him for developmental purposes, man. He's that small forward point guard type of hybrid that's in the NBA. Nice skill on him, man.
Detroit Ghost, a fat no from me. I don't know about you guys.
Luke can't be traded, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's been 6 months.
Yeah, Clippers fans trying to trade for my boy Lonzo, and they keep throwing Luke in the package, and then every time somebody come up like Luke can't be traded, yeah, they're trying to ship Luke off so they can get Zoe.
Luke will be available for trade on the deadline.
He will. Lonzo going back to LA. And and he injured, and he randomly injured tomorrow. He out. My boy about to get set free.
He's a big getting traded, Luke Kennard.
My boy about to get set free, man.
No, Lonzo's probably going to go to New York.
I don't care. That works too. New York, Chicago, LA. Long as it ain't the Pelicans.
I don't want him to go to New York, actually.
Because their fans, it's gonna be weird, bro. Because they fans gonna be. I'm gonna just have to block their fans. Because like their fans gonna be in that boy talking tough. They gonna be in that boy talking tough.
Man, him and Derrick Rose would be nasty though, man.
Bruh. Him and Julius Randle, who he played with already. Him and Julius Randle played great together. Yeah. And Julius Randle was a much better player now. Quickly, he's a great shooting point guard. Get rid of Frank Bumkina. Get rid of bum Alfred Payton. He's a bum. RJ Barrett, he's just there, but he can score.
He's been having a good year.
No, RJ Barrett definitely can score.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with the Luke Kennard trade. Definitely one. Shadid Bey is looking like a 20-point per game score when he's in his prime.
Well, Rockets also looking to trade Oladipo.
Yeah, they tried. They tried with Golden State. They wanted James Wiseman. They said no. Then they're like, okay.
See, they should have asked for Jordan Poole.
That's Wiseman? What they should
have asked for.
Yeah, the Rockets asked for James Wiseman or the Minnesota pick, and the Warriors declined both trade packages.
They should have asked for Jordan Poole and like Pascal or something.
Yeah.
Like Warriors got a lot of nice little young players, man. They like I said, they've developed. I can't believe I believed in Jordan Poole, but like he a 20-point per game scorer this quick. Like he didn't even play that much last year. Like and like he ain't been doing this one game in the league. Go look at his last 8 games. Like type in the stats. Man been averaging 20, dog. It's just crazy.
Dominique, if that was on the table, I would highly consider it because I think Williams is a very good center. I have him on my fantasy team. That guy gets like 6 blocks a game. It's like absolutely ridiculous. Naismith, haven't really seen him play in Boston. We know he's a shooter. And 3 first, I mean, that's draft capital. I mean, I don't know about anyone in the chat or the panel, but I feel like that's a pretty good trade for Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 first? Man, but I don't want to give him to the Celtics, bro.
You know what, J-Mo?
I don't want to help the Celtics win nothing.
Yeah, but at some point you look at it after a few years. Okay, what did we do? Why did we trade for a 3 first pick? At some point you look at it this way too. You know, we screwed. We should have traded him for 3 first-round picks. A lot of fans would be saying that. You know, I don't know if I'm like the GM Troy Weaver. I'll ask exactly like what he said. Give me 4. Give me 4 first-round picks. Abuse the Celtics.
There's actually a pretty good question about DeLon Wright. Would you guys want Matisse Thybulle in a DeLon Wright trade?
Yeah. I mean, what position does he play? Is he a small forward or power forward?
I think he's a 2-3. He's a shooting guard and a small forward.
Shooting guard, small forward, yeah. Like Josh Jackson kind of player. Position.
What year is he in?
I think I think he was the same year as the Sekou draft.
Yeah, but he is like a 24 or 25-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'll say no.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to trade with Philly, I doubt they would do it, but I'd really like Tyrese Maxey. Like, I actually wanted him at 16, but that's just because we need a shooting guard right now. We really don't have a consistent shooting guard. We'll see what Diallo does. But
so J-Mo and Pistons Talk, would you rather have Diallo or you want to keep Diallo or you want to bring Matisse Thybulle? They both play defense.
Diallo.
They're both good players.
Diallo's way better.
So Matisse Thybulle is one of the best stealers of the game. I'm telling you, he was the best stealer and who could steal ball in his college.
I know how good he is defensively.
Yeah,
but that's not enough.
But that's not enough.
Diallo's
Exactly.
way better.
So yeah, I mean, why do we need him? We need.
No, that's what I said. We don't. That's why I had to ask those questions about him, like what year and stuff. We don't really need him.
Give us Seth Curry for DeLon Wright.
Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need, bro. Yeah, and I wanted us to get him in free agency. I wanted Seth Curry so bad.
Isn't Seth Curry marrying married to Doc Rivers' daughter?
Yeah, and Paul George cheated on a stripper when he was dating.
Yeah, man, that's why Seth was busting him up.
You didn't know about that?
Wait, that's who he cheated on? Was Paul or Doc Rivers' daughter?
Yeah, man, that's why Seth Curry was cooking him in the bubble.
Whoa.
And calling him a bitch and shit.
I did not know
him a bitch ass nigga and shit. Yeah. Everybody was talking about that on Twitter, Drew. How do you not know? But my fault, man. Well, they was talking about it on Black Twitter, man. Everybody know, man.
Yeah, I mean, Pandemic
I would love Shake Milton, dog.
Pandemic P.
They not gonna give up Shake Milton, though.
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree with Pistons Talk. Tyrese Maxey would fit amazing, but I don't think they traded him.
Who knows? They're in a championship window, honestly. I feel like if they don't win this year, something's going to have to change because you're just wasting Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons' career, honestly.
Yeah, but that's how you win. You win with Maxey. This is how he's going to bring you the points. They need him.
I don't know.
He's right about that. But Maxey don't get that much opportunity unless somebody hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ben Simmons and Shake Milton had to be out for him to even get any kind of playing time.
Yeah, that's how he dropped that 37. Everybody was hurt.
I got another interesting question. Somebody in the Twitter mentioned that you guys want to get rid of DeLon Wright. How about get rid of DeLon Wright, Magruder, and get Aaron Gordon?
No.
What's Norman Powell contract looking like?
He's pretty cheap last time I checked.
Yeah, Detroit Gold has asked me if would I go after Norman Powell. Hell yeah. Norman Powell is your Norman Powell is your prototypical shooting guard. Can shoot the damn lights out, can score like a mug, and gonna give you that defense. Now he's not a great defender, but he's above average.
He's a champion.
I would love Norman Powell. What you mean? That boy is tough.
Oh,
that boy is a 25 point per game scorer, man, on a bad team. Easily, dog. Maybe even more. He might average 27 on a bad team. That means he can score the ball.
It's $11 million next year with the player option.
Oh, give me Norman Powell, please. Oh man, yeah, send him back to line right. That would be for not now. Troy Weaver did that, bro. I might have to start saying Troy Weaver slander will not be tolerated. You give me Norman Powell.
He's 27, I believe, Dominique.
Man,
yeah, he's gonna be 28, but I don't think he accepts his contract next year. He's better than Dinwiddie for sure.
He's 27. Yes, Norman Powell. Ooh. I would love Norman Powell, bro.
Late under Casey too.
That boy is tough now. He is tough, and we seen it. He gave us 40 twice, so we done seen it, bro. That boy, man. That's why I'm like, why are the Raptors trying to trade him? It don't even make sense. Why would you trade Norman Powell? That makes no damn sense.
They want to get picked.
They've completely just.
They want to get picks. What do you mean?
They want to rebuild.
They trying to tank?
Yeah, they want to rebuild the team.
I wouldn't say tank, but like their window, like if they make the playoffs right now, I could see them getting bounced in the first or second round. I don't really see them as a championship contender anymore because you lost Kawhi, you lost Serge Ibaka, you lost Marc Gasol. Those are the reason why they suck so bad is because they lost Ibaka and they lost Marc Gasol. They lost their toughness. They lost their rebounding. That's why the Pistons have been clapping the cheeks every time they freaking play the Toronto Raptors, man.
Oh,
they freaking suck.
No, but I'm just Norman Powell. Look, I understand, but this is the way I feel about certain things. Some players are just too good. Like, it don't matter what phase you in. You shouldn't be. I mean, but I take that back. I see what they're doing. Now. His value is at an all-time high. Yeah. So they're trying to cash in. But
you could probably get a first.
Man, Norman Powell, that dude tough.
Yeah,
like I said pause for sure. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why that came out of my mouth.
If we get Norman Powell, man, I'm gonna be like, yo, this boy Troy Weaver, dog.
Yeah,
he's
a good player.
Like, that dude is a high caliber shooter and scorer, and he can play some defense. Like I said, he's your prototypical, borderline all-star caliber shooting guard. Like, he's everything you want in a shooting guard in this era.
If he comes here, Frank Jackson will be like, get out of here.
Gone. Man, Norman Powell come here, he's going to be averaging 26 a game, dog.
Casey ain't picking up the phone when Messiah Ujiri says, hey, what are you going to give us for Norman Powell since he fired him? Like, get your ass out of here. Got Nick Nurse.
Man, but look, guess what? Troy Weaver going to be picking up his other phone because, he got two. Troy Weaver going to be picking up, they're like, yeah. What you talking about on the Norman Powell tip? Oh, you want Diallo? Oh, you can have Diallo. Give me Norman Powell. Yeah, I said it.
He's got the two phones. We already know.
Yeah, there you go. He got two phones. Like, I ain't gonna lie though. Like, getting Fournier. Just imagine if we traded with Fournier and Norman Powell. I know y'all living in this. Let's stay sucky. And I'm not trying to make the playoffs. I'm just saying I just want the team to be better. And like, it ain't like they're gonna be here long.
No.
I'm very interested to see what he does at this trade deadline. If he don't do anything though, I'm gonna snap on him because don't be hyping us up. You said this clip is never empty. Okay, bro. I want to see.
I heard the Toronto Raptors are interested in Sekou.
No, I'm not trading Sekou, bro.
I don't want to do that either. Yeah, man. I mean, if they want Sekou, I don't want to do it.
They want Sekou. I want Chris Boucher and Norman Powell.
No, they give us Norman Powell and we give him also DeLon Wright, maybe.
True, I'm not trading Sekou, bro.
But I don't want to do that way. I don't want to do
it. Like if they want Sekou, then I won't want it, and I want Chris Boucher because Chris Boucher tough. He's too old for me. I need some younger players.
He's old too.
I can't trade Sekou, and he's only played 78 games.
Yeah,
come on, man.
No, we don't want to
like 77 games.
If I was a Sekou fan, I would be terrified. These next 5 days, you should have PTSD.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, Troy Weaver a mastermind, man. I ain't been worried, man. I've been sleeping like a baby, bro.
I recorded the video today, and I forgot to even edit and upload it because Oz has been busy. We're not trading Sekou this year. I'm not worried about it. Next year, 2 years down the road, I will be a lot more concerned if he's not progressing. But even though Troy Weaver didn't draft him, he's a Troy Weaver type of player, athletic and full of potential. You look at what we've done with the rookies this year, we've gave them opportunities after opportunities, and they have flourished in them. Now, all of our rookies have had bad games. We have yet to give Sekou that type of opportunity. So why would we trade this player who hasn't played 82 games yet? He can't even have a beer here in the States. He's not even 21 yet. Why would you trade this man? It makes no sense. Yes, he has not shown us what he could become yet. He hasn't been consistent. There's times he makes a lot of dumb mistakes and he does look lost, but you have to realize he's only been playing basketball for like 5 years, 6 years at most. He's still learning. Plus, he's a great physical body. You can't teach athleticism, and he has that. The dude can jump out the gym. He can shoot, and he can be a very good defender. He just needs to learn how to put it all together. And it takes time, man. Like I keep saying, not everyone comes in the league like Zion and John Morant or Luka and Trae Young and lights it up. It takes time with other people. You have to stay patient. What is he hurting right now? Whose minutes is he taking away? Nobody.
The water boys.
I see people calling him Stanley. Stanley was taking minutes and opportunities away from other people.
Yeah.
Sekou, he's taking the job away from the towel and the water boy. He's not hurting anything, and he's dirt cheap. So I don't see why so many people want him gone right now. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's so bad.
Man, they live in this microwave era, man. It's
they just think
it's just
the dude is 20-year-old. He hasn't even made 22, like he's 21 yet. And like you said, he hasn't played a full season. And besides, he's still he's got potential. We saw last year. We saw him in the draft. We saw him last year how he showed flashes. He took a step back this year for sure. He's not the same player like last year. And I think part of it is the COVID season hit all the players. So like we saw it with Svi. Svi he's not shooting the ball this year very well. Doesn't mean he's a bad shooter. No, he's not shooting it well for some reason. Same thing with Sekou. Sekou didn't progress well. I think he'll come back next year as a better player, hopefully. But I hope we don't trade him. That's the point is. And I could see us like if we package him with other players, we could get a good return maybe in return. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't really trade him, but I could see us going a guy like after Norman Powell.
Hey, so we were just talking about Tyrese Maxey. What if everybody doesn't get hurt? Tyrese Maxey never drops 37. And I keep telling you, the NBA is the land of the ultimate opportunity. You got to get a chance to be out there at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, well, you got opportunities last year.
I get
then the opportunity got taken away halfway through the season for no damn reason.
I get we play at Little Caesars Arena, but not every player is a hot and ready, man. Sometimes they got to be thrown in the brick oven to learn to play. You have to realize, though, is like learning the NBA is like right now Sekou is learning the business. Everyone he played with and was learning from is no longer on the team. Him and Andre were pretty close. Andre got traded, half the way into the season. Bruce Brown got traded in the offseason. Blake got traded in the offseason. Christian Wood left. Jordan Bone's no longer here. He was tight with all those guys, and all of his friends that were on this team, with the exception of Killian, are gone. And Killian's been hurt, so he hasn't been able to play with him. So he has no chemistry with any of the guys out there right now.
Man was the youngest player in the NBA last year. Baby, he ain't even played it. He ain't even played. He literally about to be a rookie officially in 5 games. Like, come on, man.
Well, we'll see what happens. I won't be surprised if he's traded.
I would never be surprised, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's never surprising, But if you guys see us getting a guy like Norman Powell, imagine we get Norman Powell, let's say in exchange for DeLon Wright and maybe Sekou. That's an example. I don't want to say it that way, but that's an example. Mm-hmm. Would you be happy with the trade?
No.
I definitely would be disappointed because Sekou's gone, but Powell is a tradable asset, I think. I think you can flip him anytime.
Powell's not a long-term deal. You're trading for a Powell rental. Hell no.
He's next year he's in a player option. I think you could re-sign him and really trade him like Grant.
Or re-sign on a bad team where you go get a payday on another team. Because if Powell come here, he averaging 25.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious. He's averaging 25, at least 23. Like, he'll be probably averaging more than Jeremy Grant. I'm dead serious.
Yes.
So if he has that kind of value in the offseason, he's not going to re-sign here unless we offer him a max, and we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So it basically you'll be giving up Sekou for a Powell rental that won't even pan out. You're trying to probably have to hope to maybe flip Powell again just to get something else. No.
But do you like Powell as a player? I mean, if you've been
no, you already know. I just talked about Powell. The boy tough. He's a scoring machine. He can shoot the lights out.
Not on this team, I don't. Not the way they're constructed. I don't think Powell would. He'd get buckets, but you'd lose him for nothing. Let's just say that. I think
Powell needs to go with Luka Doncic, in my opinion.
That would be tough.
They need 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
Another hypothetical. Grant back to Denver for Michael Porter Jr., Bol and a first.
Yeah.
That's J-Mo's dream trade right there.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even need the first. To be honest, I don't even need the first.
I feel like Denver, if they would trade a Michael Porter Jr., they'll probably try to get a Bradley Beal. I feel like Bradley Beal would be a really good piece in Denver, but I have no idea if they would trade a guy that they value a lot. And Bol's
I don't know. Have you seen the way Michael Porter Jr. been playing? I know because he's been making me money. I don't know if they've traded Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, me either.
He been playing very, very well. But of course I do that. Like I said, I don't even need the first, bro. I just trade him straight up for MPJ and Bol. I wouldn't even care. Like,
that would be such a slap in the face to Grant, though. He came here for opportunity.
I don't care. I'll slap you twice, man. I'll slap you on the way out. Good day. I'll slap you in the face, and I'll slap you again to make sure you're awake and you know you're living in reality. You going back to Denver. Bye. Like for real.
Yeah, I mean.
But I don't think I don't think the Wizards gonna move Bradley Beal though.
No.
Yeah.
And Bradley Beal love Russ, man. They gonna stick. Bradley Beal gonna stick it out with Russ, bro. Y'all stay hating on my boy.
Yeah, I mean, the Wizards are an interesting team. Like, I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't really know what they'll do. I don't know if they'll get out of a first round, but we'll see what happens with them.
Bro, I agree with you on that. But the East is so weird though.
Yeah,
so who are they gonna face? Like, if it's gonna be Philly or the Nets or Brooklyn, you already know. And the only team I think they would be able to upset would be Philly, just because they got the least amount of experience. But other than that, I mean, But I'm just watching that team, man. They overachieving with minimal talent. So it is what it is, man. People try to tell me John Wall was better than Russ, dog. Where you at, Devin 99? Where you at, bro?
Well, there's still 3 games out of the play-in tournament, so.
No, you that's the one team you don't want to face in the play-in tournament. But yeah, this is the comment I was looking for. And I've always been saying this about Sekou. He's a outside scorer, just like they have him on 2K. Sekou is a ball-dominant player. He needed the ball in his hands to be effective. Yes, he's not no spot-up shooter. That he's a scorer. Scorers need the ball in their hands to do whatever they want to do. And I know he has to work on being able to score at this level, but he got to start somewhere, and that place isn't spotting up in the corner.
Yeah.
Even though he can shoot the ball.
Yo,
it's like sometimes when you have talent, they try to put you in a box. Because I bet you Sekou would have a lot more opportunity to score if he couldn't shoot the ball. If he was like not a good shooter, they would put him in situations to where he had to do something else. But since he can't shoot, well, they like, we can throw you in the corner then. And, that's just not the type of player that he is. Like, we had Tradeon Hollins come on here, his G League teammate, and what's his other G League teammate, Drew? Craig Sword.
Yeah.
They came on here and they told us, this is the guy that played with Sekou. That boy is a scorer and he can do everything. This is guys that play with this man. And that's why he shouldn't be in the corner, man. It's just like, and it's so simple, but Dwayne Casey is such an idiot. Yeah, I feel bad for my brother, Steven Silas, man.
Yeah. They just don't, like, they have so much talent. Like, there's no reason why they should be on a 19-game losing streak. Like, they have John Wall, Victor Oladipo, and Christian Wood. I understand Christian Wood's been injured, but, I mean, there's no way. I hope they start winning games because I want to be above them in the lottery.
I like John Wall, man. I don't hate John Wall. Did you guys see that highlight against the Pistons? He went in there and he passed it behind the back to Christian Wood.
Yeah, but I was actually surprised we won that game because I didn't think John Wall was on the injury report.
Yeah, like last minute.
And so was Oladipo, and I was telling people, I'm like, bro, John Wall and Oladipo don't play. We blowing them out by 10 to 15. People was calling me crazy. I'm like, no, we blowing them out. I'm like, but if they do play, then they'll probably win. Both of them played, and we still blew them out. They suck. Like, bro, like, y'all had y'all full squad except for Eric Gordon.
They're the new Wizards, man. They're all
nah, man. Hey, you better chill on the Wizards, bro. They ain't no new nothing, dog. They the new Minnesota T-Wolves, bro. Stop.
you see what your boy Nate McMillan's been doing for Atlanta?
The Hawks. 8 wins.
8 dubs. Now they're tied for 4th.
Hey, Nate McMillan. What'd I tell y'all? I mean,
man. He's a great
I wanted the man.
He's assistant coach, though, right?
No, he's the head coach.
He's active interim head coach. Which
also perfect. Nate McMillan is a perfect.
He got fired, bravo.
Young running gun basketball team.
I liked him. I like that previous coach. He's a young guy. He's a really nice coach. When you talk to him, on the TV, and I see him in the interview, he's really like a decent coach. Why did they fire him?
Trae Young did not like him.
Indiana is stupid.
What is his name?
He had Indiana playing so good with little to no talent, and now Oladipo was balling out, and now Sabonis is an all-star. That's all thanks to Nate, man. He helped get those guys confidence. I mean, when's the last time anyone's talked about their center? What's his name? Not Meyer. What the hell's his name?
Turner.
Yeah, Turner. When's the last time anyone's talked about him?
Nobody does because he's in Indiana.
And at one point in time, they were talking he was one of the top centers in the league.
Man, I don't hate Lloyd Pierce. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a bad coach. He's just the Atlanta team don't have defense. That's why they're losing. The players they got, they don't play defense.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you got to remember, without Nate McMillan, they're out of the playoffs. Sabonis isn't an all-star, and they have more talent now. So what does that tell you?
I mean,
Hey, J-Mo, bring Lloyd Pierce instead of Sean Sweeney.
Hell no, I want Lloyd Pierce. No.
Sean Sweeney is shit, man.
I don't want no Lloyd Pierce, dog. Dwayne Casey better than Lloyd Pierce, and y'all know how I feel about him. Y'all know how I feel about Dwayne Casey, and I want him every day of the week over Lloyd Pierce. No.
Yeah, Trae Young.
Atkinson, though. Kenny Atkinson is next. It's my boy Nate McMillan, who was my number one target besides Mark Jackson, of course. Kenny, come save us. If not, save the Pelicans. Save one of them, because we both need you.
Apparently, Lloyd Pierce and Trae Young didn't get along. Apparently, Lloyd Pierce was really hard on the whole team. He was kind of, I don't know, like really disciplined from what, people are saying. And Nate McMillan's more chill with the players. He's a player's coach. And, they're on a eight-game winning streak, and they might extend him as a full-time head coach, which I think is great. I'm happy for him. Of what he got in Indiana, signing an extension and then getting fired. That is the biggest BS move I've seen from like any kind of NBA organization. But I'm happy for Nate McMillan and the Hawks. I thought they were going to be a playoff team.
I wonder if Lloyd Pierce called him a bunch of slugs like Beeline did, bro.
Probably.
No, I bet you Lloyd Pierce was talking smack about Trae Young's game and how ugly it is to watch. Like, bro, stop trying to make all them free throws, dog. Play the game of basketball.
He was
crying to the owner. He don't like it. He don't like it when I flop and get all these calls. But I can shoot free throws, coach. Get him out of here.
He probably said something about stop taking all these step backs. You just take a step forward on the hairline or something like that. That's the only thing I can think of.
He went in on that man, dog.
Who wins a championship first, Sacramento or Minnesota? I'll say Sacramento. Minnesota's a dumpster fire.
I say Minnesota. Minnesota has Anthony Edwards.
He's not going to be there long term. He'll be out.
Yes, he is. Anthony Edwards is a problem. They look. Sometimes, no matter how bad your franchise is, you get enough talent.
Yeah.
And Minnesota, they got a better coach now. Anthony Edwards is an absolute freaking problem. If they pair him with another top 5 prospect from next year's draft, as much as I could care less about their team, I would go with them over Sacramento personally, especially if Karl Anthony Towns is still there.
All I'm saying is they have Cat and Anthony Edwards, and they have 10 wins.
Yeah, Cat just got back, though. And they just fired their coach. So I'm not – and D'Lo's still out. So I'm not really taking, like, they've been in flux. But, shoot, they just beat the Suns. So, I mean, hey.
Sacramento also has Luke Walton and
exactly.
Alvin Gentry. God, dude, I'm blanking with the names.
No, they got the doubles of trash, bro.
Oh, double trash.
They got the double whammies, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like Edwards looked like he could be truly. He had 42 the other night, bro. He could be.
Yeah.
He could be better than everybody that's on Sacramento right now. Like you could argue that he's better, including Fox. Like so, that's what I'm saying.
Don't sleep with De'Aaron Fox, though.
You have a better rookie season than De'Aaron Fox did. De'Aaron Fox ain't dropped 42 as a rookie.
Edwards is special.
Like the only rookie, obviously you got LaMelo, but the only guy who's doing this type of stuff was Donovan Mitchell. Really.
After Edwards signs his super max deal with the T-Wolves, he's out of there. He ain't staying.
I don't even think he'll make it out of his rookie deal. I think after his rookie deal's over, he's going to sign somewhere else because Minnesota.
I think the same's going to happen with Zion if Lonzo's gone. He gone.
Oh, the Pelicans have too much talent to be so trash.
Yeah. SV's garbage.
SG.
J-Mo tried to warn Pelicans fans.
SVG is the only person I know. You got Lonzo Ball and you want Eric Bledsoe, Gordon, Dame Lillard the whole game, and he drops 50 points. Like, thank you. Like, he literally was like, you know what, Lonzo? Guard CJ McCollum coming back for his first game off a back injury. Eric Bledsoe, you guard Dame. Drop 50.
He's the GOAT because he trades your players too. He trades for guys.
Come on, man. Like SVG, bro, is such an idiot. It's funny to me sometimes.
Yeah,
You tried to tell the Pels Nation. They didn't listen to you, bro.
Oh, they listen to me now. They were like, hey, I just saw some messages on my little Twitter thing. They're like, J-Bo tried to tell us. I was like, I told y'all this, man. They would have been better off keeping Alvin Gentry. I hate to say it, and as bad as he was, because he at least knew how to use the players a little bit better.
They should just signed LeVar as their coach.
They should.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, LeVar had him running and gunning, and they'll be winning games. Man, LeVar be like, Zion, get your foot on the block. Stop all that dribbling. B.I., why you dribbling so much? Score the ball. B.I., why you dribbling? Just shoot it.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna wrap the show up. We've almost been on for 2 hours, and we've had almost 100 people on throughout the show. So shout out to you guys for actually being dedicated, even though we're not even talking about Pistons anymore. So appreciate all you guys joining in. DSA members, the links will be in the description. We got Detroit Drew, JMO. Probably you don't do YouTube, right?
No, I don't do much. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have all the DSA members links in the description. Appreciate you guys rocking with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Probably the last time we'll be on Periscope because it will be gone in 11 days. But appreciate you guys for watching us tonight. We're out.